Good evening, good evening, good evening. My name is Sean Dexter and I'm back to you today with another Bitcoin USD analysis video. In yesterday's video, we talked about how we are likely to see a break very soon. We said a day, 2 days max. And what do you know? The very next day, we see the huge break that we have been waiting for. And we are really happy about that because as you guys know, we've been adding longs over here and around over here. And I did add a long at the bottom of the symmetrical triangle that we were talking about yesterday as well. Let's go ahead and pop that up right now. As you can see over here, Bitcoin has been putting in a high, lower high, lower high, low, higher low, a squeeze formation that we talked about in yesterday's video. And hey, I said I'm leaning for this to be breaking to the upside. Why? Because even though this is an equal opportunity pattern that could break to either side, I always go with the higher macro trend, which is bullish as hell. We've been in an uptrend for a goddamn long time now, and I think this is a break. Well, I don't think I would definitely consider this an official break. We do have volume confirmation. big volume node over here, as you can see right here at the bottom. That's how you know that this is real, guys. We have the break. We may get the retest of this triangle over here at the bottom, but hey, let's go ahead and see what we are looking at over here. We're looking at this horizontal at around 1856. Hey, we're sitting actually right there right now, so we could bounce right off this. Another major level I'm looking at is this level. Did we break that? No, we haven't broken that yet. So for me to see continuation towards the upside, I would like to see a bounce anywhere around this side and us breaking and holding 4-hour candles over 1977. Let's round that off to around 12,000ish. If we start closing 4-hour candles about 12,000ish, I'm likely gonna be looking for a move to around 12,400ish around this area. Once we crack this area though, guys, there's nothing stopping us anymore. We're likely gonna be visiting our highs on the 4-hour side. That's around 13,844, 14,000, guys. And honestly, when you look at the daily, let's go back and look at the daily. I don't think we're going to be stopping there. Like I said, guys, the trend is up, and I just wasn't convinced that we were going to be seeing more downside after these two candles over here, right? If we close a daily candle over 12,966, 13,800 isn't where we stop, guys. We are looking at much higher numbers, probably 15,800, 16,000ish, but we're not there yet. So we shouldn't get too excited just yet. What was another major time frame that we were looking at yesterday? The 12-hour time frame. So let's go ahead and pull that up right now. We do have all our horizontal lines over here, so let's take all that mess out. Let's get things a little bit clearer. Turn on our Ichimoku, see what's going on over here. We did get our bounce of the 21. Okay, look at this, guys. What was I hesitant about? During this entire consolidation phase? Every time we took the 21 EMA, we gave it back up. Took the 21 EMA, gave it back up. Then suddenly over here, right? This was the big tell. Even though towards the end of the day, it looked like we were going to give this up again, we closed above. Okay, that was our first big tell. Then we closed another candle above. 2 12-hour candles above. Okay, finally something's changing. The posturing is changing, and the third 12-hour candle closing over the 21 EMA should have been your big sign to start getting your positions in. And hey, if that wasn't enough, guys, what did I tell you we are looking for on the Ichimoku chart on the 4-hour to start our trend? Sorry, that's the wrong template. Let's go ahead and pull that up again. There we go. So what were we looking for? We were looking for price to pop over the cloud, and then we're also looking for the Kijun to come underneath the Tenkin, right? So this entire phase over here, I was like, okay, guys, things are looking good, but I'm not convinced just yet because I want to see pretty much what happened in this zone over here, which is a classic Ichimoku play, right? You get your edge to edge, but then you get the reverse edge to edge play as well, while the Tenkin and the Kijun come into equilibrium. We get our TK cross, and then you're still in the no trade zone until you pop out of the cloud. You got that right here. You got that last night, guys. You got the pop over the cloud, and the markets were generous enough to give you 1, 2, 3 retests almost. Well, 4 retests to be honest, on top of the Tenkin as well as the cloud, and then we get the break above, and now it looks like we are trending, right? As long as we close up candles over 12,000ish, I'll be very comfortable to say we're going to see further upside. I really don't think 12,400 is where we stop, guys. Not after a volume confirmation like this. If we start dumping after that, I would be like, okay, something is already up. The effery, all right, effery is going to is reaching new levels on the Bitcoin chart. But okay, so now let's look at the 2-day time frame, guys. We were talking about that yesterday as well. It's pretty important. Well, the 2-day has been, in my opinion, one of the more important time frames that people have not been looking at. Look at that. The 2-day was telling the story the entire time, right? 2-day bouncing off the 21, getting picked up almost immediately and closing candles almost with the 10K, not quite, but hey, close enough for me. We've been maintaining a rising candle close on each one of these, right? Now look at that. Even though the 2-day looked bearish for most of the 2-day candle, we closed pretty goddamn well, and now it looks like we're seeing continuation. Now on the 2-day time frame, guys, again, what's our horizontal here? 12,000, right? 12,000. If we start closing 2-day candles over 12,000, that's going to be a clean break, and we're going to be in no man's land looking for, in my opinion, price discovery for this run, right? A 2-day candle close over here, that's going to be a big win for the bulls. What are the bears looking for? Well, let's go on back over to the daily and see what we have over here. The bears now not looking too good for the bears at all over here. If the bears start, I'm going to flip bearish, okay, or well, I'm going to flip to the cautious side rather if we start closing candles underneath 10,870. Look at this daily 21 EMA and look at the Kijun and the Tengen. Those are our 3 ribbons of caution. We close a daily underneath the Tengen. You start saying, okay, you know what, I need to maybe get ready to be careful. Once you start closing a daily underneath the 21, you start being careful. Once we close underneath the Kijun, you start getting out of your position. Look at how much work the bears need to do. They need to first get the price to close dailies underneath 11,500-ish, right? 11,450. Then they need to take out 10,826, and then they need to take out the 10,000 region, right? Look at that, guys. We're going to only flip bearish now at the psychological level of 10,000. Then I'm going to start looking for aggressive moves to the downside. Until then, I'm not going to be looking for moves to the downside to the daily to make it as simple as possible. The bulls need to clear 12,000. If they clear 12,000, we can see we're going to be looking for price action to go further up, much further up. The bears, they have a lot of work to do. They need to be clearing 11,450-ish, and then we have support at 10,900-ish, and then after that around 10,000-ish, right? Yes, this is a big range, guys. It's around 16%, but when we're looking at Bitcoin now, it's volatile as hell, and we're going to be seeing bigger and bigger numbers and bigger moves. To me, I think we're just starting, and I do want to bring this up. Okay, I haven't talked about the mango indicator for a couple of days now, a few days, maybe 3 days, but this has been getting it so goddamn well, guys. It's surprising me as well. Like, so what do we talk about? I have, by the way, it may look a little bit different to you guys because I have been improving it to make it a little bit more readable for you guys. Essentially, when it is green, you are looking only for longs. When it is red, you are looking only thoughts, and the whenever flash is yellow. So there are things, because I put this indicator together myself, I know what to look for in the whole grand scheme of it, but for you guys is maybe a little bit difficult, so I added this as well. Whenever it's yellow, flashing yellow, you do want to be on the cautious side on extended moves to the upside. Okay, anyways, over here, every time it's underneath this threshold line over here, you do want to be looking for accumulation times, right? So here I told you accumulate around 7,800 to 8,000-ish, and we did start a huge run. Now again, we went up to the upside, and this is where it gets interesting, right? We had a nice drive to the upside. Told you to accumulate a little bit over here, or like buy the dip, so the buy the dip kind of thing if you're quick enough. But then we had an accumulation point over here. These guys over here, I ignored it and I regretted it. I went over, I did a video on this, by the way. I'll try and link it below, where I talked about my mistakes, where I did not play my edge, right? Edge was telling you, hey, accumulate over here if you are playing the longer trend, and if not, if you want to be safe, start buying once we cross over. And once we start crossing over, I did start buying, right? And hey, it was green, accumulation point, and looks like this is working again. You had your accumulation here, started a run. Had your accumulation here, started a run. Let's go ahead and let me make it a little bit more. So I have been, like I said, I have been working on this a little bit to make it readable. We can flash accumulation, right? And there you go. Over here, accumulation, and you run. And okay, the reason I'm bringing this up is because this is interesting to me. Over here, right, we had a run all the way from around 3K to this was okay, this was from 5k to around 8k, and we flashed a warning sign around this zone just before we had this dip. Okay, it flashed a warning sign. Now, okay guys, I want to make this clear. Even though this may be a top caller, I don't play tops and bottoms. You guys know that I don't play tops and bottoms. I play the trend. I think you can, all it takes is one time to get for you to be picking a top and things going very, very bad for you to wipe your account out, which is why I rather give back profits than call tops. That being said, this did give you a really, really good warning saying that hey, things are getting overextended, be ready. And then boom, we had a dip. Okay, we had a dip, then it told you to accumulate around this zone, and we had a run to the upside. This is where it gets interesting. Over here, it did, even though we went all the way up to freaking almost 14k, well, we hit 14k, I would say that 13.9k is almost 14k. It did not tell you, it did not give you a warning sign. It did not give you a warning sign. And this thing has been getting the warning signs pretty goddamn well. Let's go ahead and backtest a little bit, right? Again, guys, when you're red, you're only looking for shorts, right? And if you want a short trade over here, it gave you a warning right over here. Give you a warning right over here saying, hey, be careful. And what do you know? It freaking price bounced a good 27% almost, right? And then again told you, okay, you know what? You can start accumulating your shorts a little bit more. And then gave you a warning sign right at the bottom over here. So this thing has been getting it well. You can go back over here and see that it gave you a warning sign this entire range here from around 15,000 to 20,000. Pretty much this entire top and this entire zone, it was like warning you. So this thing has been getting it well. I don't want you guys to play tops and bottoms, so that's all I'm trying to say. But what I'm trying to point out over here is that this has some ways to go, guys, before it could give you a warning sign. It's saying that Bitcoin can go really further, right? I don't want to say high. I don't want to be again, I don't want to sound like a bulltard. But even when I was doubting my own edge because it felt like things had gotten too extended, you got to play your edge, man. It's really important to play your edge. All right, so let's get back on over here to our movie chart. And what else do I want to talk about? Okay, yeah, guys, another thing I want to bring to your attention. 4-day. Okay, again, talked about throughout the course of this channel, ever since we started taking longs around 3.6k, where we talked about the monthly time frame and the hard time frames. We're talking about the daily, the 3-day, the 2-day, right? Play the daily edge to edge trade. Great. Okay, let's go over that one by one for you guys who are new to this channel. We started off right here. We played the daily edge to edge, then we played the 2-day edge to edge, got that trade as well. Then we waited patiently while everybody doubted us, got the 3-day edge to edge, got the test of the 200 MA, the top of the cloud, right? Close candles over the top of the cloud and started another run. Remember what we were looking for. If you guys have been following Mango for a while, you guys remember this. If not, go back in time and look at around 19th May, this zone over here, while everybody was bearish, right? I stuck to my edge over here. I stuck to my edge over here too. I stuck to my edge over here and I accumulated at this zone. Why? Because we were looking for the retest of the cloud, the retest of the 200 MA, and this Tenkin zone over here, and we got all three of it accumulated and we started running. What was the major thing we were looking for? Candle closes above the cloud. Got one candle close to the cloud, two candle closes over the cloud, the third one accumulated a little bit over here, right? This was the accumulation zone that the Mango indicator was telling you about, and got this huge extended run. Now this was the 3-day. Let's go on to the 4-day and see what's going on over here. We have closed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4-day candles over the cloud. Okay, this is no goddamn coincidence. The top of the cloud has been getting defended on every 4-day candle. We just started a brand new 4-day. We closed a 4-day candle just yeah, this is a brand new 4-day candle. We're about to close it tomorrow. Yeah, we're about to close this candle tomorrow. Looks like it's going to be defended yet again. As long as Bitcoin doesn't dump underneath 11,445-ish, we are going to be closing another 4-day candle over this cloud. And this looks like it's flagging and getting ready for another run, guys. We flipped green on the Ichimoku cloud on the 4-day time frame. You guys have been following me for a while, right? You guys know what this means. If you guys unfamiliar with Ichimoku, and I've been getting a few questions about this, guys, I am in the process. I've been busting my ass off. I'm in the process of making a course series for you guys, and will be covering Ichimoku as well as other trading strategies. So just give me some time, I will get to all of it. Things have been hectic because hey, the markets have been crazy, and now things are looking good. Let's do a quick recap. I do want to talk about a theme too. I got a request by one of the Mango Telegram dudes. Yeah, so the daily closing over 12,000 would be ultra bullish. A lot of people are calling this an inverse head and shoulders, guys. I really don't care. Look at the psychology of what's going on. We are breaking the lower highs that we are set. The trend is changing, and that's the squeeze formation. Call it an inverse head and shoulders, call it a symmetrical triangle, call it what you will. We are breaking to the upside right now as long as we clear 12,000. In fact, for those of you calling it an inverse head and shoulders, let's go ahead and look at that for a bit. Turn on our lines. Let's go that. So there are two ways to look at this, right? You can use the wicks or use the candle closes. If you use the candle closes, this is an ultra break. It is a break either way. We broke over here at around 11,641, got the huge volume to confirm it. If you're looking at wicks, and that's how traditional head and shoulders people would be playing it, I think you'd be looking at it like something like this, right? So this would be your left shoulder, your head, and then your right shoulder. That is a break as well. Either way, it is a break, and you'd be looking at a measured move. Let's go ahead and do this, right? If you take the wicks, it's around break from this zone. Hey, 14,345-ish, 14,500, let's say anywhere between 14,000 to 14,500, anywhere in that zone. Okay, cool. So now let's go ahead and bring up Ethereum. I actually haven't been following this all that well, so let's go ahead and do this live with you guys. Let's put on the daily. That's a 12-hour mistake. So okay, so Ethereum retook. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Ethereum has retaken this trend line that have been following, right? This entire time over here, right? Ethereum was giving mixed signals. As you can see over here, we close underneath. Okay, this was your zone, by the way. This was the zone where Ethereum looked very shaky, and it had people being like, huh, what's going on? What's going on? You can see this trend line over here, right? Similar to Bitcoin on the 12-hour, Ethereum on the daily lost this trend line over here, retested it, almost closed above, but it was rejected. On the next candle, you got your massive dip testing this line here, this major 270 to 275 zone that we've been looking at, by the way, for this ascending triangle that broke to the upside. What is that? Let me go ahead and mark that out. Yeah, so going back to what I was saying, Ethereum was putting this ascending triangle around the 230 zone to around the 275 zone that we broke to the upside. Then we came and retested, right? This was also your weekly, if I remember correctly. We'll go ahead and check that for a bit. This was your weekly support. So Ethereum bouncing off that should have been your sign that hey, things aren't as bad as they may seem, and maybe it's an opportunity to accumulate. And hey, like this was a bulwark. Bouncing off weekly support like that was actually a really good thing. We then retook that trend line right after that, right? You get the bulwark, we retook that, and then we give it up again, and then we get the rejection, and today we break it. Now if we come and retest that around 298, that'll be a really good sign. But I think 302-ish was the major level that I was looking for a theme to hold on this break. Let's go ahead and pull up the 4-hour, what we have going on over here. Yeah, so Ethereum does look like it's flagging over here. Okay, so I'll be expecting for this to break to the upside, right? You don't want to see this breaking to the downside. I don't think it will, considering what Bitcoin is doing. The only way it breaks to the downside, in my opinion, is if Bitcoin breaks to the downside. So right now though, guys, Bitcoin is still king. Okay, Bitcoin is still king. This is what I think is happening on Ethereum. Ethereum is having its bounces every time it reaches its ETH BTC support levels. So because ETH BTC is at its bottoms, the ETH market movers are defending the ETH BTC chart, not letting it go down too far below that level, and then we see those bounces on Ethereum. So keep that in mind, guys. So look at this over here. We have this this weekly support I was talking about, right? We bounced off it now really well. On the break over here, was that the break over here? No, that was actually the sell-off. Okay, the volume node over here that you're seeing is the sell-off. The break was on this node over here of this rising wedge that we've been following for a goddamn while now. The measured move to this was already met. So let's see how Ethereum performs now moving forward. We got our retest of the 270 region, the weekly support. I'm honestly bullish on Ethereum. Okay, it looks like it could just rip from here. Okay, the next major level is 280. We did not really get there on the last run, right? We got front run at around 264. Actually, there you go. That was something I missed, right? We actually stopped at these wicks over here, which is why sometimes it is better to mark zones rather than my trading views being finicky right now. But if you guys look at this zone over here, right here, these wicks over here, you can see the theme came and stopped right over there, and so stopping at the candle closes. So this lines up with the massive dump that we got on Bitcoin as well on the 13.8k. So now for the further upside, I'll be looking for a theme to test 380 this time, and I don't think we should be stopping at 364. We may see a start to stop there, but again guys, for now Bitcoin is still king. Ethereum is looking good, and it might be a good time to be accumulating Ethereum. Let's go ahead and actually pull up the mango indicator and see what the mango indicator is saying in terms of Ethereum. I haven't been following that all that well. I was using it, by the way, during the bear market. I'll put it up right now. So now here it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and hide all our lines. So it did tell you that. Okay, so down a little bit, and let's pull up our lines. Okay, that may be used. So it did tell you to accumulate over here, right? You had accumulation over here too. So over here, Jesus Christ, that bird is loud. Over here, and then you had your run up to the upside. And in fact, this entire zone, holy shit, this entire zone has been telling us, stop it, leave. Jesus, that's a beautiful bird though. Wow, look at those colors. It has this yellow beak, bluish feathers, and that's really beautiful. Yeah, I gotta turn off my Telegram. I'm getting spammed today. Apologies for that, guys. Apologies. I'm not as prepared as I usually am, so I just turned that off. Okay, yeah. So it told you to again accumulate over here. You had your run up. Again, it's been green this entire time, and every time it flashes green has been a good accumulation zone. And these past few days, I missed this, and I probably should have been. Okay, I've been so focused on Bitcoin, I missed this, but this has been an accumulation zone according to the indicator. Let's see how this pans out, right? This has been getting it well, guys. By the way, it called the bottom extremely well over here. I did play this. It's sat. Okay, don't use any indicator in vacuum. Okay, don't use any indicator in vacuum. As strong as this may seem as well, don't follow anything in vacuum. Use it in conjunction with everything else. And that's how I got this big trade on a theme, by the way, guys. When I was trading the bear market, this was my big sign along with everything else, right? Okay, so yeah, over here it told you right over here around, what was the price over here? 138. Do you guys remember when I started taking my Ethereum trade, by the way? Do you guys remember that? Go back and watch my previous videos. It was around Ethereum was 138, and this was one of the reasons, right? We started flipping to the bull side. This was telling me that hey, start looking for longs, stop looking for shorts on Ethereum, and we've been trending ever since then. So yeah, Ethereum is looking good. I would be looking for further upside, but for now Bitcoin is still in control, and as long as Bitcoin is still in control, I will be trading that. I will be looking. I don't know, man. I don't know. I have to think about this for a bit. So let's go ahead and look at pull up Ethereum on Mokucha. Let's pull up the daily. Oh, my mouth is dry. So there, look at that. We do have Tenkin resistance right overhead, right? We do have Tenkin resistance right overhead. So that's something to keep in mind. Once we start clearing 314, we'll be in the same uptrend that Bitcoin is in. Let's look at the 4 hour to see what's on. Shimoku, what's going on? Okay, we are still underneath the cloud. Again, this is lining up, guys. A lot of confluence. I would look for us to start closing candles over 312. We do have the TK cross, right? We do have the TK cross. That is bullish, but I would want to see us start closing candles over this. That's for the short-term trend. Okay, for the short-term trend, for Ethereum to start high momentum in the short term, I would like to see Ethereum closing 4 hour candles over the cloud and start trending. Also, I want to see the cloud flip bullish. That's not as high of a priority for me, but closing candles over the cloud will be major. The Kijun is sitting at 317, the cloud is sitting at 312, so this entire area of resistance right now, but Ethereum is setting up for a move to the upside. When that happens is anybody's guess. We'll be watching this. Let's go ahead and look at it. Not looking bad. Rejecting the bearish cross on the 12 hour, by the way. Rejecting, that's a good sign. So Ethereum's looking good. Bitcoin looking even better though, in my opinion. So as much of an Ethereum fan everybody thinks I was, or they thought I was only trading Ethereum because it looked more bullish than Bitcoin back then. And hey, I switched to trading Bitcoin as my primary trade as soon as Bitcoin was looking like the king, right? So for now, Bitcoin, we are looking for Bitcoin to start closing multiple 4 hour candles over 12,000. That will be our a sign that we are probably going to be ignoring 12,500 and looking for a major move to around 13,000. Closing anything until, let's go ahead back to our daily. We have a lot of daily resistance underneath us, but hey, this is Bitcoin, so anything can happen. If we lose a 10k, I'll be ready to start getting ready, and then once we lose the daily 21, I'll start being cautious, and then the key June is when we know, okay, this trend is probably coming to an end. For now, overall macro trend is still looking good. Remember, the weekly, guys, looking really strong. Nothing to really worry about until we start closing, until we lose around 8,500ish, guys. There's nothing to worry about on the weekly chart. We are in a major uptrend. In fact, guys, all the way up, we could go all the way down to 7,600ish and things will be fine. Okay, that's how strong this trend has been. That's how strong this trend has been. What am I looking for on Bitcoin on the weekly basis to close? We close over 11,500. That'll be a major close, and then yeah, we'll talk about the weekly chart tomorrow, because I think this video has already gotten really overextended. Overextended is the word to be using these days. So I hope you guys like this video. Throw it a like, throw it a subscribe, leave your comments down below. Any questions you have, don't hesitate to ask, guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. See ya. Bye.